Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all are having an amazing day. Guys, in today's video, I want to talk about this little adventure deck of fate that we have going on right now. And I saw a lot of people saying like, this is a very bad deck and so on and not really worth to go for. And to some extent, I would agree on that. But if you have like your free energy that you don't need to invest in something else right now, you can get your hands on some juicy rewards if you are lucky, right? So how do we get points for this deck? Basically, we can get points from getting artifacts and accessories, and then also level up and rank up champions. So basically, it's a dungeon divers slash champ train tournament or whatever. So in theory, you could, solo dungeons, get points from getting the artifacts and leveling your food champions at the same time. So you get a lot of points in return. And if we take a look at the rewards right here, right, there's only pinpoint gear in here. Basically, you also have some glyphs and so on, but the majority is, pinpoint artifacts and accessories. So in total, you have 18 artifacts in here, and I think it's 12 accessories. So yeah, these chests right here are accessory chests, and these are the artifact chests. So out of those 40 cards, you have 30 pinpoint artifacts and accessories in total. So the chance is pretty high to hit some of these mythicals as well, right? And those mythical artifacts and accessories can be very valuable for your account. Now, if we would compare the amount of energy you would have to put in to get, like, to flip all these cards, compared to the event dungeon, farming the event dungeon, the amount of pinpoint artifacts and accessories you get from this deck is much higher, because in the event dungeon you get a lot of trash, like all these trashy sets and whatever. So in my opinion, going for this deck might be even better compared to farming the event dungeon when we just look at the artifacts and accessories you get out of it. Now obviously those artifacts and accessories need to roll a certain way to be useful, right? They need to have speed. In best case, they have like a percentage stat or resistance as main stat or speed boots and so on. So I get that, like, you can be unlucky, right, and get nothing, but the chances are not that bad, to be honest. And to be fair, me personally, I got my best pinpoint gear out of the last deck that was pretty much the same as this. Now, on top of these pinpoint artifacts and accessories, you can also pin the rarities, right? So you can get extra rewards on top. And if you can manage to hit, the epic reward, you can get pretty juicy rewards here. Like even 10 essences are not that bad. Primal Shard, Immortal Soulstone, Mythical Book, pretty damn amazing. Or if you hit the rare ones, even like a legendary book is still very valuable, especially now with Faction Wars Hard. You always need to book some champions, you know what I mean? So yeah, overall, I think this, deck is not bad. It's not a must do. I get that, like, people don't have to do this. It's not like, whoa, I need to, dump all my energy into this. I wouldn't go crazy with this deck. If you are an endgame player and you're a spender and you have the resources, I mean, it's pretty much a no-brainer, in my opinion. If you are free to play or whatever, or a low spender, or you don't want to invest too much, just use your free energy that you get, because this deck will be up for 4 days. So you can basically use all your free energy, farm dragon solo, for example, or spider or ice golem or whatever you prefer. Me personally, I would prefer farming, the dragon. There are a lot of champions that can solo these dungeons, and why not, double dip points for this deck and get some rewards on top. And from tomorrow, there will be this Dragon Turn Attack tournament, so you can get even more rewards for farming the dragon. So basically, you get Champ Train points for the deck, Dungeon Diver points for the deck, and then you also complete this Dragon Turn Attack tournament. And just in general, I think it's a good investment for your free energy. Now, I've been running Dragon Solo for a couple runs, and yeah, I was averaging like 55 points per run. I think it was like from 50 to 60, and yeah, that's like, you know, the champ train and the dungeon divers points in combination. So that means with 55 points per run on average, it might be a little lower or a little bit higher. It also comes down to your luck, right? Like, what artifacts are you getting? Are you getting 6 stars a lot? So now I got 49, so might be a little bit lower. It also depends on what kind of food you are leveling, right? If you have 4-star food at first, you get a lot of levels. Then towards the end, you get less levels because you need more XP and so on. So I would say like, yeah, like 52, maybe 53. Let's say 52. Okay, 52 points per run times, let's just go with 1,000 energy. That means 25 super raids, right? That means 1,300 points per 1,000 energy, which doesn't sound that bad, to be honest. So now let's see how many runs and how much energy it will cost to complete the full deck. So we need 40,000 points to flip the whole deck. Divided by 52, that's 769. Let's say 770 runs in total if you solo the dragon stage 10. So let's say 770 runs times 40, which is the energy cost per run, and that's 30,800 energy to complete the full deck. And to be honest, that is not bad. If you compare that to running, you know, the event dungeon for 30,000 energy, I don't think you will get as many legendary and mythical 6-star accessories, and definitely not 6-star artifacts. So in my opinion, this deck is better than farming the event dungeon. Obviously, there were event dungeon tournaments, so there are some other rewards you have to take in account, but you can also pin the chests here, as I said, right? So you will definitely get free epic chests because you can pin those epic chests every time you flip them, basically. And you can get even more than that, in theory. But you can guarantee free epic chests. So as I said, I don't think it's a bad thing, this deck, in general. I think it's better than investing the same amount of energy into the event dungeon. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna, you know, put some energy in here and see what I can get. You know, I love me some 6-star artifacts and accessories. Always looking for better gear, always looking for new gear. So I don't mind investing some energy in here, preparing some food, you know, maybe get some nice speed gear from the dragon. So I really don't think it's a bad investment. Obviously, we could always run Minotaur, but I think the return here is much better. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you investing your free energy into, you know, farming the dragon solo, get some points for the deck, or even in the campaign or somewhere else? And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. It really goes a long way. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And the YouTube algorithm is going to suggest you a video right here that you might like. And yeah, see you in the next one.